Closed captioning is brought to you in part by Raven Reads. Unbox Indigenous voices. Subscribe today at ravenreads.org.
Hi, my name is Paul Vickers, and I would like to be the next mayor of Meaford. I'd like to share a little bit about myself. My wife Karen and I have a dairy farm just outside of Meaford, where I was born and raised, and where we raised our 4 children. My youngest son Jack has recently came home from agriculture college and is keen to take on more responsibilities on the farm, which will allow me to commit more time to the community. In the past, I have helped coach and been a trainer on our children's hockey teams. I was one of the founding committee members that formed the Georgian Shores girls hockey program in the Meaford and Thornbury area. I've participated in the Meaford Harbor Run. I have hiked many of the local trails and have climbed the mountains in Nepal and Machu Picchu with our children. As the former chair of Gailey Foods Cooperative, I have learned what it takes to lead a group of people to make decisions for the betterment of everybody and not just a few. As a lifelong rural resident of Meaford, I have the insight to unite, align, and balance the needs of the urban and rural community. For the last 4 years, I have been a councillor in the municipality of Meaford, which has allowed me to continue my interest in community service. I'm a strong advocate for agriculture and utilizing the land appropriately and effectively. I have always worked hard to gather information and make informed decisions. Sometimes you have to make hard decisions that are not popular, but if they are based on facts and science, then it becomes the logical decision. An elected person's most important responsibility is to be accountable to the people they represent as a whole. Some of the issues that Meaford will be facing in the next 4 years is to continue to build a stronger community, have reasonable, responsible development, and continue to work through the proposed TCE pump water storage project. I believe in positive leadership. I'm an active listener, an effective speaker. It will take a leader that is fair and honest and has the ability to make unbiased decisions to make sure the municipality's interests are being represented. I'm eager to share my business experience and love of nature to the municipality of Meaford for your next mayor. Thank you.
I'm Ross Kentner, candidate for mayor in the municipality of Meaford. For 33 years, I was at the helm of Bayshore Broadcasting as we expanded across southern Ontario. I was deeply involved in community building in Grey Bruce and beyond. In 2018, I was elected to Meaford Council. I am our alternate on Grey County Council and chair of the Heritage Advisory Committee, providing input to our new official plan. Why am I running for mayor? We had $100 million in building permits last year. We're likely to host a $4.5 billion mega project at the 4th Canadian Division Training Centre. We have hundreds of new houses in the planning queue. Our population has grown 4.5% since 2016. As I said in the 2018 campaign, the future is here now, but we're not ready. The issues in this campaign are leadership and vision. We can't become the community we want to be without a coherent vision and a plan to get there. Our official plan has to be the roadmap. I was the only councillor to speak up about the TC Energy project. However, in the event of approval by senior governments, I pledge my support to its success and ensuring that Meaford derives full benefit from hosting what would be among the largest civil engineering projects underway in Canada. Here are 3 key planks in my platform: acquiring more affordable and attainable housing, protecting agricultural land and investing in rural infrastructure, including internet access, and attracting sustainable and innovative economic development. As mayor, I will also represent you at County Council, where more than 25 cents of every tax dollar is spent on services like highways, housing, social and children's services, long-term care, and paramedic services. This goes on largely under the radar of taxpayers, and that's why it's so important for your mayor and deputy mayor to be on the same page to make our vote count. As councillors, we're elected to lead, not manage. And as your mayor, I will provide the kind of visionary leadership that will get councillors working together with full support from staff. On October 24th, vote Ross Kentner for mayor and positive change.
Thanks very much for inviting me today. My name is Shirley Keaveney, and I want to share a little bit about myself. I'm a fourth-generation resident, born and raised on a fruit and dairy farm in St. Vincent Township. I have 2 grown sons and 1 precious granddaughter. My husband passed away 2 years ago. For 36 years, I owned and operated the Meaford Dairy Queen. My focus was serving quality products with great customer service and being the best boss I could be. I'm a member of the Meaford Rotary Club and past president of our Chamber of Commerce. In 2014, I first ran for council and topped the polls. In 2018, I became deputy mayor and am your acclaimed deputy mayor for the 2022 to 2026 term in the municipality of Meaford. This term, I have chaired both the Meaford and Grey County Economic Development Advisory Committees and have been a member of the Grey County Agriculture, Mental Health and Addictions, and Affordable Housing Task Forces. I love the municipality of Meaford. It's my home. I see our community changing and growing, particularly during the past 2 years of the pandemic. I believe collaboration is the new leadership. To accomplish this, our advisory committee structure needs to be revisited. We have many residents with great levels of expertise who wish to be engaged and involved. The first important action for the next council, with input from our public, should be to create a vision for Meaford. How do we want to look? Do we want to be a mini Niagara-on-the-Lake, for example? What types of businesses do we want to attract? How will they support our agricultural sector? How will we grow tourism? And much more. The outcomes of this exercise will drive our strategic priorities for the term and will in turn identify the work plan priorities for our staff. The new council must determine growth that identifies as being right for Meaford, working within the guidelines of our new vision, our new official plan, as well as the provincial policy statement and Grey County OP. Most importantly, in my opinion, is the attraction of affordable, worker-based rental units. Without these, our businesses will not solve their workforce challenges. We will have to work hard to attract and retain highly qualified staff for our organization. Asset management will be critical, continuing to focus on road and bridge projects, including the reopening of Bridges 21 and 22. Meaford will also soon have to source funding to add on to our wastewater facility. Without this expansion, we will not be able to accommodate additional growth. I want to see the next council more focused on our agricultural sector. Ag is our #1 industry, and we are not doing enough to support our farmers. The new council must hold TC Energy's feet to the fire through every step of the process that is underway. I love what I do. I love my community. I believe my determination, strong work ethic, and experience will help shape an even more prosperous and vibrant future for Meaford. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bill Cameron, candidate for Meaford Council this year. I'm 57, married, 3 grown kids, and owned property in the municipality for 20 years. I have no previous council experience, which in this case I don't consider a disadvantage. My work experiences are fairly unique to the current council at least, and probably the incoming. For 20 years, starting at the age of 14, I was involved in municipal road construction, road maintenance, snow plowing. Operated a snowplow for Grey County for quite a while after that, various winters, last winter being 2018, 2019. We owned and operated a small local cross-border trucking company from 1999 to 2021. At the peak of 9 trucks at one point. The competitive and volatile nature of that line of work very quickly weeds out the people who can't spend wisely, the ones that hire or buy equipment long before they should, before it's necessary. We made it through every economic glitch, including the 08-09 recession, and I hope to bring that kind of disciplined attitude to Meaford, where I think it's absent and badly needed. When I think of the various descriptive phrases for Meaford, frugal and efficient really aren't on the list. With your support, I'll try hard to work with other like-minded councillors and make that happen. I'd invite all Meaford residents to join me on a trip, one that involves time travel, back 22 years to be exact, when municipal amalgamations first took place. The idea, as we all know, was to streamline operations by eliminating overlap of services, reducing equipment, facilities, and staff, with an end goal of saving money by producing far more efficient townships. In Meaford, not only it didn't happen, but we've gone the wrong way. More facilities, much more equipment, and well over double the staff we began with has given us the predictable outcome, lower efficiencies, and much higher taxes. 22 years late beginning is a pretty big handicap, but it's never too late to start. It has to be done. And I look forward to working towards that goal on your behalf. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ennis, and I'm running for Meaford Municipal Council. At 27 years old, I'm the youngest candidate running for Meaford Council this election. And that means that I will still be here when the full consequences of today's decisions come into effect and unfold. So as I build my life here, I plan to further develop Meaford's well-being and ensure the sustainability of that well-being through economic development. Everybody in Meaford, either rural or urban, has chosen to live here by either staying or moving because they value the quality of well-being that this community has to offer. However, with ongoing trends and the stresses of the pandemic, there's still a need to make continuous improvements to the quality of the life that people can have here. And as we make these improvements, we must ensure that they are sustainable so that our descendants can enjoy Meaford as we do. And to me, sustainability is about more than just the environment. Financial, social, and resource sustainability are just a few other aspects of what a community needs to continue being a great place to live into the future. And I believe that economic development is the key to making this happen. I've sat on the municipality's Economic Development Advisory Committee, and I've seen the struggles that this small community goes through at making this happen. And so to be able to serve this goal more effectively, I'm building on my background in psychology from U of T and my work experience in recruiting by pursuing a master's in economic development and innovation at the University of Waterloo. And to continue learning about the challenges that Meaford's having and to be able to compare that to the challenges that other places are having, I serve with the Meaford Rotary Club and Scouts Canada at various levels, and I've been contributing to projects with the Institute of Southern Georgian Bay, Imagine Meaford, Transitions Meaford, and Save Georgian Bay. So as councillor, I'm going to work with my colleagues on council and staff to ensure that the municipality is run efficiently. I'm going to ensure that the official plan and bylaw revisions make it clear what is and isn't acceptable in Meaford. I'm going to represent the public interest with transparency and accountability, and I'm going to open doors for members of our community who want to make a difference. So if you'd like to learn more about me or my platform and how I plan to use my skills to achieve these goals, please visit my website, ericennis.ca. You can email me at eric@ericennis.ca or visit my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/VoteEnnis, and I'd be happy to chat at any time. A vote for Eric, a vote for me, is a vote for sustainable well-being in the municipality of Meaford, achieved through economic development. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Robert Yurig, and I'm running for the position of councillor in the municipality of Meaford. Ironically, I consider myself apolitical. Good ideas come from people, not political parties. I'm not going to make broad promises like I will lower your taxes or create more jobs or housing. These should be fundamental goals of any responsible council, and the reality is no one council member has the unilateral ability to make that happen. That doesn't mean that each candidate shouldn't have a vision for the future and ideas as to how to get there. But council is a team environment, and the individuals you elect need to work together to determine the best course of action for the municipality and its residents. So what qualifies me to be part of this team? I grew up in rural Meaford on an orchard on 22 Side Road, and even though I was away for much of my working career, I've always considered Meaford my home and am passionate about seeing it flourish. I was fortunate to have the opportunity to return to the area in 2018 to finish my working career. Professionally, I'm retired, but predominantly held middle and senior management positions in arts and culture, distribution, and manufacturing organizations. I believe public service is the heart of a community, and over the past 4 years, I have volunteered on the Meaford Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors and am the current president, sit on the Meaford Culture Foundation Board of Directors and am the current corporate secretary, sit on the Municipal Economic Development Advisory Committee, and am the president of my condo association. During COVID, I was also a member of the Meaford Economic Recovery Support Team and participated in the Meaford events planning sessions. Meaford is a wonderful place to live and raise a family. And while we are experiencing growth, I believe we continue to fall short of reaching our full potential. Some of the main issues I wish to examine are: Meaford has been next for a long time. Well, next is now, and its subsequent growth provides opportunities and challenges. We need new development, but must make sure it meets the official plan guidelines and supports obtainable housing initiatives to attract younger individuals and families. Our community skews older and needs to attract youth to create small businesses, build up our workforce, and replace an aging volunteer base. We have some of the most beautiful waterfronts and trails in the area, yet they remain largely untapped. We need to ensure that municipal staff responds in a timely and professional manner. We need to improve our area internet connectivity, particularly for our rural residents. I'm pleased to see our rural areas are growing in popularity, with breweries, cideries, and wineries joining our apple growers, farms, and trails in drawing visitors from near and far. We need to ensure that the support for our rural neighbors equals with urban initiatives. Finally, the tax base currently relies heavily on the residents. To help ease that burden, it's my opinion that we need to stimulate economic development by cultivating and supporting small businesses and embracing and encouraging tourism and arts and culture related initiatives. This October, please vote for me, and I will work to make Meaford a community we can all be proud of. Thank you for your consideration.
Hello, I'm Harley Greenfield, and I'm seeking re-election as a councillor in the municipality of Meaford. Our municipality is in a time of transition. In the last 18 months, we have witnessed a large number of residential development proposals in our urban area. Development is essential. Change must happen. But proposals need to go forward with a Made in Meaford stamp of approval, not just the ideas of the developers. We must not forget our huge rural area and its many needs. Agricultural enterprises and their right to farm must be protected. Roads, bridges, ditches, and culverts must be improved and maintained for our farmers. And all our rural residents who do not farm but choose to live in the rural area. Our municipal buildings, parks, trails, and parking lots need updates and improvements. Underground services, especially our water supply piping services, is in need of repairs or replacement. Our wastewater treatment plant is nearing capacity. Well-maintained parks and trails, as well as recreational facilities, and of course the Meaford Hall, must be made available for all. Access to cultural and physical activities is a recipe for a healthy community. Future financial sustainability will not be easy. Rising inflation is upon us, as you are all aware, and costs are unlikely to decline. My experience, dedication, and demand for value for our taxpayer dollars will keep the municipality of Meaford on solid financial ground in the future. You may vote by mail, vote in person, but I request your vote for Harley Greenfield Councillor on October 24th. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Andy Plater, and I'm meeting you today thanks to Rogers Community TV through this short video clip because I'm hoping to earn your vote and seat on Meaford Council. I'm not a politician. Stepping out like this and running for office is not a natural act for me. My training and passion are rooted in healing and helping other people as a healthcare profession. I own a local clinic called Hands-On Sport Therapy and Profession. Healthcare is actually a profession dedicated to public service, so the stretch to role in municipal government may not be that big a reach. I love Meaford and Grey County. I love our life in this remarkable southern Georgia Bay area and want to make a difference. Let me share the who, what, why, and how of me of this electoral campaign. The who is easy. I'm a 50-year-old, hardworking, self-made type of guy who took a passion for sport and athletics, earned a health science degree, combined it with a sports specialty, and became a certified athletic therapist. Being a healthcare entrepreneur focused on sport medicine and the active lifestyle is the what that lets me bring a rather unique set of skills to the role of municipal councillor, including critical thinking, problem solving rooted in the discipline of diagnosis and observation, listening and collaboration, all while honed as a team player. My rehabilitation skills are all about capacity building and helping others return to function. The why is because I do care and care deeply to making things better. Athletic therapists may often be seen on the bench of the sideline, but our expertise is on the field of play as first responders. Let's talk about the how, and that is through careful assessment, taking a 360-degree measurement of situations, all person-centric. I'm not someone who will talk about what's wrong and complain what could have, should have, or if I was involved would have happened. I'm not a know-it-all. I know I do not have all the answers, and I may not even have all the questions. What I do know is the solution always resides from the source of the hurt, the pain, the injury, and the dysfunction. Recovery, like innovation or any breakthrough, isn't really a prescription. It's a journey accomplished when done with someone and not done to them. The residents of Meaford know what is needed, wanted, and even the priorities to tackle first. We need to talk it out, work together. Nothing gets done when we set out without trust, without a willingness to accept that the council that came before us were not incompetent or without vision. That doesn't mean we shouldn't embrace change and a fresh perspective. That's why I'm running. That's why my wife Tracy and I, with our blended family of 5 children, have agreed now is the time to take this step and for me to work hard to seek your trust. Concerns? For sure I have concerns. I'm worried about this new strong mayoral legislation, the impact it could have on the quality of stewardship. I got involved with the Grey Bruce Sustainable Community Issues and efforts to understand the plans underway for safety, community well-being, crime prevention, opioid and other drug use and abuse, not to mention issues around smart growth development. On Monday, October 24th, I'm asking you to mark your ballots to elect me, Andy Plater, as one of your Meaford councillors. I'll always be available. Check out my website at voteandyplater.com or reach me at apmeaford@gmail.com with any concerns or to meet in person.
I have deep roots here, and I care so very much about our municipality. I live with my wife on our ancestral home farm in North Sydenham, Silcote to be exact. I'm also a local business owner of a machine shop just outside of the town of Meaford on Highway 26. I also volunteer outside of my council-assigned duties with Branch 32 of the Royal Canadian Legion in Meaford and with the Royal Canadian Army Cadet Corps number 42 out of the Armories in Owen Sound. My reasons for running again are to continue to make positive changes in our service levels and our policy making, like I did with our snow removal service for the urban and rural residents. And I moved that above the provincial maintenance standards. We remove our snow in town when the banks get too high, and we make sure our residents in the rural community have movement earlier in the day and coming home in the evening. A policy change that I did was during COVID on our emergency control group. We used to have only the mayor having voice on that group, and now we have 2 other members of council to help when a municipality declared a state of emergency. I wish to promote independent business, including the agricultural sector, throughout the entire municipality. I will advocate to keep our bridges open and to keep our roads better rideability. I will continue to press forward on the twin bridges which are located just below Bognor, now that the Grey County has recognized ownership of the long span. Let's work together and let's make it happen. I would like to keep taxes in the 4% zone, keeping 1% to bridges, 1% to roads, 1% to staff increases, and 0.5% to our corporate facilities, leaving only 0.5%. We must learn to live within our means. I would like to thank people for coming into our shop and visiting with me. You know that I listen to you. You know I make time for you. You also know that on council I speak up for you. You also know that I sometimes stand alone, but that's okay. That's how council works. Please come out on October the 24th and re-elect myself, Tony Bell, Municipality of Meaford. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Daryl Birch, and I'm with the Municipality of Meaford. I'm running for councillor in the Municipality of Meaford. A lot of you people know me as a member of the OPP, where I was a police officer in Meaford for pretty near 20 years. I started my policing career in Collingwood as a member of the Collingwood Police Service. A lot of others of you know me as a member of the Army, where I was with the Gray and Simcoe Foresters for 31 years and was their RSM for the last 5 as a Chief Warrant Officer. Chief Warrant Officer, by the way, is the highest rank of a non-commissioned position that you can attain. Anyway, I'm retired from both of these now, and I'm here and ready to serve Meaford and ready to serve you. I became quite angry at the height of my water bill, the height of the property taxes, the height of the garbage bag taxes, or the garbage bag tags. Let's look at this. The property taxes are really high. When I first moved to Meaford 21 years ago, we had the highest property taxes in all of Ontario. It's not that now, but I wouldn't say our taxes have come down any. I would say that others have gone up higher. Our water bill, currently my water bill, is the highest of all my bills. I pay as much money for water outgoing as I do for incoming. There's something wrong there. I'm sure you're noticing much the same. The garbage bag tags. I've seen that go from free every 2 weeks to $1 a bag for every 2 weeks. We were free every week before that. I'm sorry. It's now $4, and we still only get garbage pickup every 2 weeks. I mean, I can understand why. It has to do with making people want to recycle more. But come on, the cost is outrageous. There's got to be something better that we can do. I see a lot of other people running for this position are supporting things for tourism, etc. That's nice. If it's going to bring in dollars, we need dollars brought in.
Hello, I'm Steve Bartley. I am presently a councillor for the Municipality of Meaford. My wife Kim and I live on a farm on the west side of the municipality where we have raised our 4 wonderful children, Michael, Nicole, Amanda, and Stephanie. I have worked in the grocery industry most of my life, and after receiving the Ontario Grocer of the Year Award, I retired, so in order to serve the public of the Municipality of Meaford. In the past, Meaford was near bankrupt. I have helped to bring the municipality into a very strong financial situation. I fully understand the finances and the budget process. I spend over 100 hours a year studying the finances and the budgets of other municipalities in Grey County. And I have learned that they have learned, same as us, that we need to put more money towards infrastructure. Infrastructure is failing in Ontario. That's why 6 years ago, we started the process of 1% more going to bridges, 1% more going to roads, and 0.5% going to the buildings. And we've maintained that and it's put us in a better financial position. I'm a major contributor in reducing the projected annual tax increases, 6, 8, and sometimes even 10%, down to respectable and acceptable level. The Municipal Asset Management Plan states that as a municipality, we are $4.7 million annually in an infrastructure deficit. I need to be involved in overcoming this deficit without having huge tax increases. The agricultural industry is the largest industry in the municipality of Meaford. It employs more people than any other sector. I personally was instrumental in stopping bridge closures, which would have been detrimental to the farmers, and again, the largest sector in our municipality. I have learned, and I am not afraid, to stand up and make changes for the betterment of the municipality. I apologize. I am not a public speaker, and I'm not a suit and tie person. I am a doer, and I get down and get things done. I respectfully ask for your support, and I need you to vote for me on October 24th so I can represent the full municipality, both in urban and rural, and make this a better place to live. Thank you very much.
Johnny wanted to go back home. It was 1,000 kilometers away. They forced him to go to the Indian residential school. More than 150,000 of us children had to go. They wanted to change us.
Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name.
Hallowed be your name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done. Kill the Indian and the child. It's been called cultural genocide. I survived residential school. My brother Johnny did not.
Chani Wenjack was one of thousands of children who died due to Canada's residential school system. More than 80,000 survivors and their families still live with its legacy today.
Don't forget to tune in to Grey County Life on Rogers TV next week. We're going to have the Roxy Theatre telling us about a new show and the board from the Ukrainian village.
Hello, I'm Mark Pachowski. I'm running for council for the Municipality of Meaford. I'm here today to let you know a few points that I am running on. Meaford is on the verge of very large development projects that are coming into our area. We really need to utilize those projects. With those projects, though, we need to be concerned with our environmental protection. At all times, our environment must be protected. Species, water, the beauty of our area. The business of Meaford that for this should be collecting the user's fees from these large developments and use that towards affordable housing. One suggestion I would have is if a project is scheduled to start on a particular day, it starts on schedule, and if it ends on schedule, we should be able to do something for the developers to reward them in that fact, because having a punctual schedule is very important for everyone. See Council advance our Memorial Park in the harbour, tourism to encourage and help small businesses strive, and further develop all parks and rec areas in the community. My vision is to create an all-inclusive community, opportunity for everyone, particularly those that are economically and socially marginalized. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you check my name on the ballot.
Hello, I'm Bob Dorne. I'd like to represent you on council. I'm a lifelong resident of the area. I've been involved in farming, industrial construction, penstock reconstruction for Ontario Hydro. I'm a licensed home builder in the province of Ontario. I've won government construction contracts, and I've held a pilot's license with ratings. I feel I have a broad range of talents and experience that will benefit the community. I see the need for accountability in Meaford's construction and maintenance contracts, also to keep engineering firms within the provincial guidelines that they operate. There's also a need to keep public land public, out of the developer's control. An example of that is Skydev and the waterfront. The existing council, I don't really want to criticize, but the existing council had a prime opportunity to purchase the property that Skydev now has and maintain it for public use. And they seem to have not seen the opportunities. So those type of situations need to be addressed, and they're forward-looking. Also, a simple aspect for the youth of the community, simple things such as doming, cloth and fabric doming the swimming pool and the skateboard park in the area. It's a simple, inexpensive project, could be done, would help the youth of the community. I'd like to encourage younger people to get involved and get out and vote. I know the older generation certainly is interested. With younger individuals, these elements are going to affect you in the long term. So I'd ask you to vote. Vote for me, primarily Bob Dorne. And I thank you for your time.
The municipality of Meaford is on the cusp of a pivotal development boom, and the actions we take today will shape the future of our community. Before us stands the opportunity for smart, controlled, and calculated growth without diluting the things that make Meaford so unique. As our community continues to grow, it is imperative that we establish a definitive vision to set the standards for what that growth should look like going forward. I plan to create better cohesion between the public and municipal government through proactive communication, intelligent planning, and supporting policies that are in the best interest of those who call Meaford home. Meaford deserves a council that will fight to preserve our vulnerable natural resources, proactively maintain essential infrastructure, support the growth of our prominent agriculture and tourism industries, increase availability of attainable housing projects, uphold our community's rich and diverse history, and so much more. Meaford's next council needs to hold the municipality accountable for their decisions and provide discerning guidance based on the collective wants and needs of the community as a whole. As a small local business owner, I owe it to my staff, my business, and my clients to be fiscally responsible. Running a municipality is no different. Municipal council and staff are duty-bound to make smart, responsible financial decisions to ensure the health and prosperity of this remarkable community. And that includes all areas of the municipality, from Meaford's downtown core to Annan, Leith, Bognor, and all of the areas in between. Meaford's collective value is far greater than the sum of its individual parts. An opportunity exists now to work consciously towards enhancing a culture and an economy commensurate with the grand nature of the landscape we have preserved. The role of our natural resources, specifically Georgian Bay, one of the most complex and significant freshwater ecosystems on the planet, it will be more important and more valuable to the future than we can ever begin to imagine today. Whether it is our abundance of nature and wildlife, proximity to Georgian Bay, or being home to some of the province's most innovative businesses, quality of life in Meaford is absolutely enviable. It is not what we construct out of the landscape that defines us as a people. Rather, it is what we can protect, not just in terms of landscape, but also in terms of culture. What we build in the future only serves to make what we saved meaningful. But that can all quickly change if we do not have the right people in place. Together, we can grow our community in a manner that enhances our way of living while preserving everything that makes Meaford such an exceptional place to live. As a candidate for this upcoming municipal election, I want to hear from you. Listening to the wants, needs, and desires of those in the community is a core responsibility of council, and I pride myself on my ability to be easily accessible and open-minded to each and every resident of Meaford. So at the polls this October, make sure your vote counts. Vote Brandon Forder for Meaford Municipal Election. Visit voteforder.ca for more information.
To all my fellow citizens of Meaford, wherever you may reside, be it on a farm in Sydenham or St. Vincent Township, a cottage in Annan or Leith, or a home in Bognor or urban Meaford, I would like to introduce myself as a candidate for the position of councillor in the upcoming Meaford municipal election. My name is Hugh Grafton. I've lived in Meaford for 18 years. I presently live in the urban part of Meaford, but I grew up on a farm not too far away in Bentinck Township. After high school, I joined the Navy and spent some time on the East Coast, but I returned to Ontario where I met and married my partner, Kim. Together, we raised a daughter while operating a busy restaurant and a contracting business in Hairston, Ontario. Our love of sailing drew us to Meaford in the first place, where we spent weekends and holidays exploring Georgian Bay. And in 2004, we made a decision to make Meaford our forever home. We simply love it here. Our daughter, son-in-law, and 3 grandchildren now also live in Meaford, so we are fully invested in the community and its future. I feel so strongly about this unique place that I am willing to step forward to face the challenges of municipal governance. I have served as a councillor in the municipality of Minto, and so am fully aware of the commitment and time and spirit that this position entails. We are facing major issues that will require critical decisions about our future. Development pressure, infrastructure deficits, climate change, and economic challenges. All these issues will require vigilant, thoughtful leadership going forward while ever mindful of the needs of our existing residents. My promise to you is to give my full, focused attention to all issues before council and to seek cost-effective solutions while maintaining stewardship for our future generations. As an example, I am trying to run a no-waste green campaign. You will not see signs cluttering our roadways with my name on them. It seems odd to promote this area, natural beauty, and then cover it with hundreds of plastic signs. I will attempt to reach out by social media, newspaper ads, meetings, and just talking to the citizens. If your club, group, business, or just some neighbors wish to meet me, please call 519-538-3542 or email baybreeze7@simpatico.ca, and I would be only too happy to listen to your concerns. After all, I hope to be your representative at Meaford Council. October 24th, vote Hugh Grafton for councillor. Thank you for your interest.
I believe in Catholic education. Hi, my name is Bruce Muse. I am a Bruce Gray Catholic District School Board trustee candidate. For 12 years, I was a member of the Board of Trustees and served as chairman and vice chair at 2 different Catholic school boards in Northern Ontario. My family and I moved to Owen Sound 2 decades ago after accepting a position with the city of Owen Sound. Husband to Janice, I am a proud father of 3 adult children and 6 grandchildren who have all attended Catholic schools. As to my work, I have enjoyed an extensive career in the environmental field, having worked in management positions before retiring from a division of the former Henderson Patton consulting engineering firm. As to my volunteer work, I value my involvement in community service, supporting the local mental health unit, Special Olympics, and Families for Autism through the Knights of Columbus Radio Bingo. I am a former Knights of Columbus Grand Knight and District Deputy. I'm also an active member of St. Mary's Church community as a member of the Cemetery Board, and I assist with Catholic charities. I am humbled to have this amazing opportunity to carry on the legacy of former Chairman Norm Bethune, who served our separate board so well for many years. Why do I want to run as a trustee? Well, I firmly believe in working with the Catholic community in a collaborative manner to ensure our students are provided with the greatest opportunities to practice their faith and to realize their individual potential. Addressing the capacity issues at all our schools in Owen Sound is important to me. St. Mary's High School is building a new school in the near future, and I would like to be part of that process. I am looking forward to meeting our Catholic ratepayers to learn about your thoughts and insights, your vision of Catholic education in the future, and to share mine with you. For strong leadership, vote Bruce Muse for Catholic Trustee on October the 24th. Thank you, and God bless.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Dr. Megan Real. Je suis une mère, une éducatrice et une chercheuse. Présentement, je suis coordinatrice des partenariats de recherche avec Réseau EPAC Recherche Canada et le Centre des compétences futures à l'Université York. J'ai également une vaste expérience de bénévolat et de gouvernance auprès d'organismes à but non lucratif. Je suis vice-président du conseil d'administration de Sarnia-Lambton Rebound, un organisme accrédité à l'échelle nationale, responsable de programmes inclusifs axés sur les jeunes pour soutenir le développement réussi des jeunes partout en Ontario. En tant que conseillère représentant notre conseil scolaire, je défendrai les principales priorités stratégiques, notamment les services de soutien aux élèves, la responsabilité financière et la contribution des parents, tuteurs, tutrices afin de maximiser la réussite des élèves. Je vais écouter, rechercher et utiliser mes compétences en communication pour donner une voix aux étudiants, aux éducateurs, éducatrices et aux communautés catholiques francophones des comtés de Sarnia-Lambton, Bruce, Grey, Huron et Perth. Grâce à ces priorités, le Conseil scolaire catholique Providence favorisera avec succès le développement de l'éducation catholique de la langue française dans toutes les collectivités et partout en Ontario. En savoir plus sur meganreal.com. Bonjour, my name is Dr. Megan Real. I'm a mother, college educator, and researcher. Currently, I'm a research partnership coordinator with Research Impact Canada and the Future Skills Center at York University. I also have extensive volunteer and governance experience with nonprofit organizations. I am the Vice President of the Board of Directors for Sarnia-Lambton Rebound, a nationally accredited organization responsible for inclusive, youth-driven programming to support and empower the successful development of youth across Ontario. As your representative trustee at our school board, I will advocate for key strategic priorities, including student support services, fiscal responsibility, and parental and stakeholder input to maximize students' achievement. I will listen, research, and use my communication skills to provide a voice to support students, faculty, and French Catholic communities from Sarnia-Lambton, Bruce, Grey, Huron, and Perth counties. Through these priorities, le Conseil scolaire catholique Providence will successfully promote the development of French language Catholic education throughout our communities and across Ontario. To learn more, go to meganreal.com.
Hi there, bonjour. Je me nomme Sylvie Bamboleski, and I'm running for school board trustee for CSA Providence French Catholic School System. I have been in the education system for years. I taught for 30 years, retired in 2018, and immediately put my name in to run for school board trustee at that time. So I have been the school board trustee for Sarnia-Lambton for 4 years now. I have been part of the Special Education Committee, the Governance Committee, the Catholicism and Education Committee, and also obviously the monthly meetings with our board. It has been an incredible experience. COVID has definitely given us a little bit of a challenge with Zoom meetings, team meetings, and it's been difficult for our students. I've had 2 kids graduate through this whole pandemic, And online learning has been a challenge which I have seen evolve drastically and amazingly through our board. Our teachers are outstanding. They are doing an excellent job keeping our kids well informed and educated. I am very impressed, and I want to continue working through with this board. I speak French, so le français c'est ma langue première. J'ai été élevée à Sudbury, mes parents sont les deux francophones. Je suis allée à l'école élémentaire, secondaire et universitaire en français. Et mon certificat d'enseignement est en français. So I was raised in Sudbury. My first language is French. I went to elementary, secondary, and university in French. My teacher's diploma is in French as well. Christianity, Catholicism is very important to me. I think that I really believe that Christ should be everywhere, and our kids need to know more than just mom and dad who believe in Christ, who believe in God, and who believe that he is there day in and day out to guide us. So our Catholic school system works hard at that. I know that Saint François Xavier and Saint Thomas work hard, and I'm sure that Saint Dominique Savio does the same to ensure that the kids know who Christ is. The next little while is going to be a little bit challenging with mental health because the kids have been dealing with a lot for the last few years. So I really believe our school board should work a lot on having support for our kids for their mental health, and I know that that's what CSC Providence is going to do. I'm looking forward to 4 more years, so don't forget my name, Sylvie Bamboleski. Put an X next to there, and I will work hard for you. Thank you. Have a good day. Bonne journée.
Bonjour. I'm Eric Lapointe, and sorry about that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bonjour. I am Eric Lapointe, and I would be honored to be re-elected as trustee of Bruce, Dufferin, Gray, and Simcoe. I wish to continue to be a strong voice for the French public education in Ontario. I am married father of 2 boys and work as a firefighter for the Base-Borden Fire Department. The continued success of our Franco-Ontarian community is what motivates me. My focus is all children of Viamonde. I am passionate about inclusivity, health, mental well-being, and open communication. Anti-bullying must remain a priority in our schools. I will continue to promote awareness to strengthen our system and create achievable goals within our board. I'm committed to hard work and will carry on ensuring effective use of the budget and good communication between parents and staff. I thank you for your time and ask you for your support on October 24th, 2022. Merci beaucoup.
Valeria Caruso. I am the candidate for the Conseil Scolaire Viamonde, School Board Trustee. I am particularly interested in the integration of culture in pedagogy and curriculum. The reason why I am interested in that is that I think that bilingualism contributes to the vitality of French language schools and also community. The community, the Francophone community, is also enriched by diverse learners. And this is why we invite Francophones from all origins to contribute to the Francophone community and to the French vitality in French language schools. If I become a successful, school board trustee, I would like to tackle 3 issues. First of all, I would like to reduce the gaps between students. I mean, all students, including special needs students. Second of all, I would like to provide equity and inclusion strategies in order to provide students with pathways that will ensure their success at school, elementary, secondary, and also in workplace. I would like to give access to students to new technologies. I would like to provide them with tutoring services in school and after school, offered free of charge to students. And also would like to provide mental health services for staff and also students in increasing social workers, in-school social workers. All of this I would like to do to promote student success and also vitality of the Francophone community in the region of Simcoe and surroundings.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
I'm Gagweg. My name means everything.
Tom Longboats.
I am Wolf Clan, Onondaga Nation. I've run many different races. I've run to survive and to be free. I've run to win for honor.
His people might be lazy, but this one's damn fast.
My people respected our runners, people who carried important messages from village to village.
I need a guide to the next post. Dispatch carrier, sir. I can get you there. God's sakes, man, slow down. Who do you think I am, Tom Longboat? No, sir. I am.
Running makes me feel alive. It's everything.
Tom Longboat was the first Indigenous person to win the Boston Marathon. He ran his way to international fame and became an inspiration to generations of athletes.
Don't forget to tune in to Grey County Life on Rogers TV next week. We're going to have the Roxy Theatre telling us about a new show and the board from the Ukrainian village.
I was born and raised in Musqueam First Nation territory by my mother, who spoke Hunkaminam to me. As a child, I ceased using my mother tongue, as to use any language other than English was considered not being Canadian, so I was told. The old people came to me in a dream and reminded me of who I am and where I come from. I have reawakened. My roots are strong, and I'm no longer a silent speaker. My language tells me where I'm from. It defines me and guides me to teach others to learn and understand our culture and traditions. A gift for those in the present and the unborn generations. What was lost is found. What was asleep has awakened. My blood is here, and I am complete. I have returned home.
It was our 35th anniversary. To celebrate, we were on our way to Mama Rosie's, where we had our first date. That's when we heard coming from the radio. So we stopped and listened. It helped us get to safety. So when I think of our anniversary, because now we have even more to celebrate.
Johnny wanted to go back home. It was